This is the first ever Champions League final to feature two managers from the same country, both in charge of teams from outside their home nation. Luis Enrique has won his third Champions League title, his second with PSG, and is the first Spanish coach to do so since the 1950s that successfully defend his title. The numbers speak for themselves when it comes to nationalities this season and the amount of major trophy wins. Spain had 8. The next closest is Belgium and Romania. No English, no Italian. The Spanish are dominating, Troy, which is why you've done some power rankings for us. Grell, are you okay?
I'm not having that, though. Don't group Italian manager with English managers.
We're both not there.
We're not there for that graphic, but we win all. Italian managers win all the time.
Like it or not, we're both not there. Let it go.
Anyway.
Sorry.
So you're good. So yeah, we went from 1 to 10. Obviously, the first two are really obvious. We saw them, but here is where I think I'm going to annoy people straight away. This is all from this season alone, not what the body of work from before. Xabi Alonso obviously went in at Real Madrid, high expectations, a new coach, new shiny toy. Unfortunately, gets sacked very, very quickly. Now has a chance to rebuild at Chelsea. Again, something that people have said that job is one you don't really want. Nigel Friendly and Residio has obviously been in that situation. Real difficult to show how good of a coach you are in a situation like that. Pep Guardiola.
Wow,
in his final season, to win the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, with the squad that they have, with the money that they've spent, I think it's fair to say that this has been probably one of his worst seasons. And also, at number 9, I think for this season, it's very, very difficult. And then, Geraldez as well. It's been fantastic. And that is anyone got any questions so far?
Pep at number 9, any complaints? No?
No, he's right. What Pep does, he gets given money. He bought the players. You talk about Gay and the players he bought in halfway through the season, gave a little go for it. Still probably could have got over the line, I thought. He was given enough resources to and didn't. So I think, yeah, it's fair to say. Yeah,
and if we just show 7, 6 and 5, that'd be great, please.
Oh, Troy, your homework's just arrived.
Thanks, Reece. Appreciate it. I've got some stuff as well. Marcelino, obviously, Iraola has been fantastic, and Perez as well. So for these guys, again, got my notes just to help me out there, girl.
It's professional.
That's what some of us do.
High level.
I like you. Villarreal, obviously, finishing 3rd. In a position where I was thinking 3rd in the La Liga. That's normally great. Had a really poor Champions League, so that's where it come in at 7th. Iraola, obviously now being linked with the Liverpool job, fantastic when you talk about Bournemouth as well. So that's what that is. And Perez as well for me. Rayo Vallecano, just even getting to the final is fantastic. And to put it to Italian terms, that's like Lecce getting to a European competition. So let's ask Nico. What does he think about my 5 so far?
Especially because he feels so strongly about the team from Vallecas that did so well.
And can I tell you guys something very particular about Íñigo Pérez and Andoni Iraola? Iraola was at Rayo Vallecano before he took the Bournemouth job. And you know who was his assistant? Íñigo Pérez. And Íñigo Pérez didn't go to Bournemouth because he couldn't get a work permit fast enough. So he stayed at Rayo, and this is his first ever coaching job. So I love to see him, Troy, on your list. I think he's done a fantastic job with Rayo Vallecano, getting them all the way to the Conference League final. Who would have thought Rayo Vallecano, out of all teams, the Spanish team to furthest progress in European football? And shout out to Marcelino, that's not going to continue at Villarreal per reports. Actually, I don't know if it's official or not, but out of your list, he's the only manager that doesn't have a club at the moment. So I like it so far. No notes.
No notes even on Pep being 9th, Nico?
Yeah, but, I mean, look at what... It felt like they always needed 2 cents to the dollar, Manchester City. Yes, they got the big win in the League Cup, and they were scratched. You know, they beat Manchester City in the run-in and made the Premier League title race closer than we thought it was going to be. But let's remember how we were talking about Pep Guardiola and Manchester City at the beginning of the season. They wobbled so hard last season, they really couldn't find their footing. And at the beginning of this season, Arsenal got out to a very strong lead, and Manchester City was always playing catch-up. And they had really good moments, incredible moments, but they came up agonizingly short in the Champions League, right? And in the Premier League, they don't end up winning it. Nobody remembers second-place teams. Everybody remembers those who win.
Very true, Nico. Okay,
especially
stand by. We're going to do the next batch. Troy, what have you got?
Okay, so number 4, one Nigel will be happy with. Unai Emery is number 4. Whoa.
Carry on.
Cesc Fabregas going at number 3. Como making it into the Champions League. I think he's huge. So Nigel clearly has something to say. Go on.
Unai Emery should be way higher up there.
But you put him higher than
Yes.
Should be way higher
Because
up.
the thing is...
One space.
Hold on.
Way higher up.
I would
One
say
space.
Because it's all like the Spanish coaches. Probably, I know what you're going to put, but I think there's a big argument that Unai Emery could be really up there when you look at his body of work, what he did with Aston Villa. I know people say Aston Villa, this and that, but when you look at their net spend this year only, it's like 28 million compared to everyone else. He got them Champions League, and he's won them the Europa League, and he's the most decorated manager for winning the Europa League. So for me, I think it's a fair argument.
I agree. The reason they're in that spending problem is because he wanted Marcus Rashford and he wanted Asensio. So when he gets that, puts him into trouble, he has to deal with the consequences. Also, the fact that a Villa person's even on there is a bonus for me anyway. But I'm being honest. 4, I think he's good enough. Cesc Fabregas to break into that top 4 in Serie A.
Top 8, by the way.
But it's
hard to get into.
It's fantastic. And the style and the way that he's done it, I think he's been fantastic. Number 2, we're going to go Mikel Arteta, obviously winning the Premier League for Arsenal for the first time. Nigel clearly thinks that Emery should be above Arteta and Luis Enrique. But in this situation, I think that's a fair assessment. Mikel Arteta's been brilliant. Sorry, Luis Enrique has been fantastic. Please.
Could I just ask, if Arsenal had won today, would you have changed them? Okay, so it was depending on this result.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because it's only based on this season.
Yes.
And only because it would be his Champions League, first ever Champions League for Arsenal. But Luis Enrique is the best manager in the world. I would still argue that Unai Emery's body of work and trophies, what he's done, should still be higher.
Okay, so where would you put Unai?
I would still rank, even for this season, I understand that Arsenal won the Premier League, I would still rank Unai Emery higher than Mikel Arteta, because if you look at net spend, I'm just telling you what I just said, it's my opinion. My opinion, net spend, Champions League with Aston Villa, and they won a European trophy.
Me and you talk. What we do?
Nah, just slippery slope there. That's all I'm going to say. It would take an hour to make that argument.
We can have a great conversation about it, but that is just my opinion, and I will stand on it.
Just to clarify, could you just do the top 3 for us in your order?
I would just Luis Enrique.
Yeah.
I would say there's an argument to put Unai Emery there, then Arteta.
Okay.
Then you could put Cesc.
Okay.
That's fine.
Anybody agree? To Grella?
I understand. They spent a lot of money. They waited 20 years. They gave him 7 years to build this team to win the Premier League. When you look at the impact that Unai Emery's had at Aston Villa in a short period of time, European trophy and be pushing. Short period. He hasn't been there as long as.
If you wanted to flip 3 and 4, I'd say okay. But I think the top 2 there, you can't. Won the Premier League, Champions League final as well. By the way, 100%. Arteta didn't lose a game in the Champions League this season.
Oh, till today.
Well, in penalties, went to extra time. They actually drew the game.
They still lost, right?
Okay.
Technically, it doesn't count on the stat sheet, though.
Does it count as a draw, right?
Yeah.
But all that matters is that Aston Villa made the Champions League, because that's a bigger achievement. They get to winning the league and get to the Champions League.
They were in the Premier League race this year. They made the Champions League. Oh, God.
At the start, when West Ham were in the race.
He thought everyone was in a race. He thought PSG was in a race for a while.
Good stuff, Troy.
Thank you very much.
Really nice.
Let us know in the comments if you agree with Nigel.
Please do. The poll did agree with you that Luis Enrique is the best Spanish manager.